You saw him on the screen. We're joined from Madrid by Ignacio Galán, the chairman and CEO of Iberdrola, and also the newly appointed chairman of the Renewable Hydrogen Coalition. Welcome, Mr. Galán, and congratulations on your new role. Tell us what you're planning to do as in your new role as chairman of the coalition.
So thank you very much for this invitation. I'm very happy to see this fantastic opportunity of companies ready to innovate and create a strong green hydrogen industry in Europe. I think that is a great starting point. So the first thing, I would like to congratulate the team of the Renewable Hydrogen Coalition for making that happen. I think green hydrogen is the answer if we want to decarbonize the energy uses for which that electrification is not technically possible. So I think, for me, I think it's vital and it's possible to reach net zero. We have already today the renewable energy sources to power green hydrogen, and we have the industrial capabilities. You see already the members of the energy, our capabilities. I think investing in green hydrogen can maximize Europe's renewable energy potential and create a new industry linked to electrolysis or industry around this hydrogen production. And all can be already made in Europe. But I think my point is we need to be fast. Countries like United States, I was last week in the United States, are already moving fast. I think, as I mentioned last week, I was in New York in the Climate Week and in a panel participating with David Clark, which is the Energy Undersecretary of Energy. And I think they are very ambitious in this line. They would like to reach already a price per ton on the range of $1 by 2030, and they would like to support to achieve this target. I think in Europe we have some advantage. First, we have already binding targets on green hydrogen at European member state level. And second, we have already companies which we are ready to invest. So, but I think I would like to be very, very clear. Today, the cost of green hydrogen is still 4 times higher than the cost of hydrogen produced with fossil fuels. So we will not reach 40,000 megawatts of green hydrogen by 2030, which is the European target, if we don't have visibility today of the support mechanism necessary to reduce the cost differential of green hydrogen compared with polluting alternatives. And we need to know now, not in 2025, now. How will this happen? I think there are 2 conditions. First of all, massive investment in renewable networks and storage are needed. And public funds will be needed to support this industry. I think the next generation funds are a unique opportunity in this respect. Regarding this point of green investment, the energy transition is the greatest investment opportunity at present. I think in Europe, 30,000 megawatts of new green power are required every year to reach net zero by 2050. But I think we are installing today just half of this amount. And in solar, the situation is no different, it's similar as well. But as well, we need to invest much more in networks and in storage. I think electricity networks are essential to integrate massive amounts of renewables, improve resiliency, digitalize the grid, install charges. I think it's a word we not always use. Is Frank Timmermans, the Vice President of the Commission, says that without grids, there will no renewables, and without renewables, will no Green Deal. So I think that's absolutely needed. But investment will not flow if conditions are more attractive elsewhere. The first key condition to attract this investment is regulatory certainty, in full coherence with the ambition of climate target. Unfortunately, today, we see some countries imposing new charges on renewables due to a temporary situation of gas prices. They are creating serious concern on investors and putting at risk the future investment in renewables. Second, we need tax incentives to promote clean energies and not penalize them. But as well, we see in some European countries, we say polluters pay, but non-polluters pay also, even 4 times more. Third, faster permitting processes. The Commission now is working on this for 2024, but we need a solution earlier. I said already that to the President of the European Commission that 2024 is too far. We need now. But as I said, we need a temporary support to accelerate competitiveness of this technology, not only penalizing, but support it. But in volume is not high compared with other technologies. I think we've been supporting for many years solar and wind. I think the need of support for hydrogen is much lower than what this was. The solar was already received very high subsidies for reaching to the levels which are fully competitive. And we have already as well, for that, the opportunity of the next generation EU funds. But we still have no clarity on the availability and mechanisms to get these funds. We cannot arrive late. These funds should be designed to promote an early development of technology. Projects will need a higher intensity of public support in the period 21-25 and decreasing afterwards rapidly from 25 to 30 as we gain competitiveness. We have many challenges, but we have created this renewable hydrogen coalition because we think we still are on time. We have to change things. Green hydrogen will be competitive already in 2030, helping each the target of set by the European Union and creating a new industrial chain that support jobs in Europe. I think the opportunity is there. The most relevant green power companies, equipment manufacturers, and other industrial and financial companies in Europe are convinced of this.
Thank you very much. Okay, so you're here today and you hinted at it slightly in your sort of speech just then. You're here not just as the chairman and CEO of Iberdrola, but also as the chairman of the coalition. Can you tell us why you decided to take this very public and different role now?
Well, for Iberdrola, this is another step in the history of the last 2 decades, at least. We started our energy transition 20 years ago because we took the Kyoto Protocol seriously. And we showed that we can build profitable business while reducing emissions massively. Direct electrification powered by renewable will be essential for the transition, but renewable hydrogen has also a great role to achieve that one. What made me take this step forward? The sense of urgency. We cannot lose this opportunity. Industries are ready to do our part and invest, but we need public support. It is very clear. We want a competitive renewable hydrogen industry. We need to move. If we need to move now, we would like to achieve that one. We have the best framework to do it. The Commission has made a clear choice for renewable hydrogen. Now it's time to invest in green hydrogen. We should produce green hydrogen on site using power networks to transport green electricity. There is no need for big transport infrastructure that could soon become a stranded asset. The European Hydrogen Strategy and Fit for 55 package are a great opportunity to provide the right political signal for the industry.
Thank you very much. And if you had policymakers, you had everybody here today, you had Timmermans, but we have other ones. What would you tell them? What are the 2 key elements that you think would make renewable hydrogen a cost-effective technology?
Well, the cost of green hydrogen will be determined by 2 factors: cost of renewable power and investment cost of the electrolyzers. We already know that the cost of renewable is declining. So we just need to eliminate regulatory and administrative barriers and any kind of green taxation, insist on that one, to the development of renewable increase during this period. Second, we need an electrolyzer industry made in Europe. We have to learn from our previous mistake. This time, we cannot miss the opportunity as we did already with PV, with solar PV. In Europe, we have all the conditions and capabilities to develop a renewable hydrogen industry. We are leaders in renewables. We have leading industrial ports and strong industrial fabrics. The development of this green hydrogen industry will create thousands of quality jobs across Europe, which is needed. And also, we have already a potential export opportunities to other countries and continents. For instance, in the form of green ammonia, They can be used directly for maritime aviation transport or can already be transformed in hydrogen again, but this is to be transported. We have already the possibility of creating a first mover advantage and lead the green hydrogen industry. If we don't take this opportunity, others will do it. And we will repeat the same mistake, as I mentioned before, we did with solar PV. As I mentioned, other countries are moving fast. Europe have to move faster. For this, we need, I insist, regulatory stability. In the current context of high gas prices, we need policies that protect vulnerable consumers, no doubt, but not policies that go against electrification and reduction of emissions. We need the stability to invest in renewable. If we don't have, we will not be able to reach our climate goals. I insist all the time to all the members of the European Commission. Our ETS is at risk if we are not protecting already or making mistakes or already taking decisions just because of a conjunctural situation. So I think I would like to be positive. I'm sure the European Union has already moving for many years, leading the decarbonization in the world. So I'm sure that is going to happen. I think we are ready to make that one, and I'm sure you are going to be successful. But please, we have to move fast, and we have to know now what is the support we can already expect from for hydrogen, and we cannot be already with stones just because of temporary situation of prices. We can already affect to our credibility in the financial institutions because we are changing the rules of the market or just because of this particular situation. So I'm optimistic, but we have to move now.
Thank you very much. Very clear message there. Ignacio Galán, thank you very much for joining us today, and good luck with your chairmanship of the Renewable Hydrogen Coalition.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Please,
Thank you. And as for the rest of the audience, stay tuned, because after this short break, we're going to be focusing on the Fit for 55 package, and we're going to hear from some of the renewable hydrogen industry's leading voices, as well as a policy-making voice on what to make of them, what's good, what's missing. Stay tuned. It's coming up.